Hello everyone and welcome to WhatCulture Gaming. My name is Jules Gill and I am joined by the lovely, the beautiful Ben Roy Turner and also Kirsten. Hey, how are you going? How is everyone getting on to today?
Good.
I hope that you guys will be more excited about this because we are about to sit down together and watch The Last of Us 2 brand new trailer and react to it for the lovely people. And yes, there have been some leaks, and yes, there are some horrible people that are spreading all of that information online, but we have avoided all of the spoilers thus far, and I'm going to give you our genuine reactions to this, hopefully, masterpiece of gaming. Guys, are you excited?
Jules, I'm on edge. I need this. I haven't left the flat for years, it feels like. I need this game now.
But wasn't that a pre-existing condition before the lockdown?
It's just got worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, in that case then, let's get ready in 3, 2, 1. And that is why I can never go back to SeaWorld. But yes, here we are. The Last of Us Part 2 official story trailer has just released and we are going to watch it now. Osley, if you please. The crowd is fallen deathly
Can't believe
silent.
this is how I'm going to experience it with you.
I wouldn't want it to be with anyone else, Ben Roy. Oh, I'm getting like heart palpitations. I'm nervous.
I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Joel looks so old.
Oh my
He's
god,
really
look at the
old.
fidelity on that. It's the music, it's the atmosphere
I was just
that
about to
comes with
say
it.
that music is. Oh, that did not look good.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
She has been beaten.
Yeah, poor old Ellie's been through quite a lot.
Yeah, just a little.
So they just get to get away
So
with
this isn't the direction I was expecting.
No.
How'd you find us?
Ooh.
Just that
Can't stop
moments
this.
of pure brutality.
So it seems like she's
Christ.
on a mission here, like actually out for something.
Mm-hmm.
But not at any cost.
I'm worried that we're not seeing a lot of Joel here.
Stop
That
it.
shaky hand's been used quite a lot, hasn't it? Like the sort of nerves are overcoming.
Yeah. So in testing, apparently a lot of the new characters were rewritten a bit because the testers didn't like them. So I'm really curious to see how they fit into the story now.
Oh my god. This
Oh
is
my God.
this is way too tense for me.
We could have killed you.
Oh no.
Maybe you should have.
Yes, Ellie.
Who was that?
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Well, this is
Yeah.
the thing. Like, I am going to get this game just because The Last of Us had such a profound impact on me as like not just a gamer. It was just a story that truly connected to me, and I really, really enjoyed it. So to have these characters come back, of course, I'm gonna get. But that seemed to be so personal and visceral. But I still don't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
I kind of think sorry, Kirsten. I kind of think that Ellie is going to be on some sort of journey out for revenge. Either that, or it's sort of combined with her trying to break away from Joel. Like, kind of spoilers to the first one. She finds out something that happens, I imagine, at some point, and then
that
boom,
has to have come up. Like, there's
the
no way that
events.
they can carry on the story without them addressing that huge point, because it's become like a fan theory thing forever. Like, how is Joel going to tell her about the decision that he made that will affect her life?
Yeah.
And for the longest time, we thought that one of the speculative things was that she was going to turn against him because of the fact that wouldn't you do that if you felt that somebody had lied to you in that way? So
yes,
here it definitely seems that they were working together. That was definitely where the impetus and the weight of that trailer was placed. It was like, we're doing this together, even if you're having to do it alone.
And maybe in turn of her reacting violently to Joel, the only way for her to deal with this is leave after being sort of lied to for all those years, but at the same time being helped to adapt and grow in the world that they did. Like the journey they went on in the first game is one of the best sort of like building of a relationship and building of a characters I'd have ever seen. So I just want to see, I don't want to see it implode, but I think it's going to come to a breaking point, and this is going to be like what has a cascade of events going forward.
Well, if you look at games like The Walking Dead and God of War, they all focus with stories of like familial bonds and like the coming of age of children in very, very extreme worlds.
Yeah.
And then from that, they always have this interesting sort of like teenage years, which is what we're experiencing with this, where they have to break out on their own. They can't have the protective force of the father, mother figure, whatever. So I am actually more invested in this storyline, possibly because of the fact we know that she's not going to have that buffer. It's going to be like her actions are going to be hers and hers alone, and she's going to have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, even watching that, I was getting like really strong like Clementine vibes about like how, like you said, having this young character go through such a traumatic event and how that shapes them as a person. And it definitely seems like Joel has either told her what happened or she's cottoned on somehow, because obviously she is a lot older and wiser now. And then having that woman at the end saying like, we could have killed you, definitely makes it sound like it was someone from the end of the first game, possibly. But maybe. There was a surprising not a lot of Joel in that, which is questionable as to, has she left on her own accord, or was
she kicked out?
Yeah, or was she kicked out, or has something happened to Joel? And so that sent her on this war path almost.
I mean, we saw some quite brutal moments there. Like she like knifed a few people in the neck, and the people that she was meeting, no one seemed to be very friendly.
No.
All of the dialogue and all of the exchanges were just kind of like, hey, you're an outsider, like we don't trust you. And what is it that she's done that means that she isn't giving up? Because Joel, when he was very untrusting, but every person that you met outside of that, bar a few exceptions, they approached you with the sense of, hey, can we work together? And he was the one that was the driving force saying yes or no. Whereas here, it seems like she might have approached these people for help, but they're at unease with her. Maybe she's done something, like you say, that is haunting her. It's
And also, like the voice at the end, that could be a member of the Fireflies, or it could be even like a lot of time has passed because the new sort of group that we're encountering, and we've seen in the trailer, you know, remember the gameplay one, it's kind of like a religious sort of like radicalized like religion, Christian group. So maybe it could be something to do with that. And because we also know that the sort of like Ellie is a person, like her and her partner, that might not gel to what they believe, and we don't know what happens to Ellie's partner, if she's gonna go straight away and be gone. So it could either be two big things. It could be either the Fireflies or this new group. And also I kind of like how Tommy is playing into this a lot more, like being the sort of go between, you know, when you're a kid and you have like two parents or whatever, or you have like your parents and your granddad or something like that, or an uncle, you use the other one that's sort of like nice to you is the go-between. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play into it. And I just want to see this new bunch of people as well. I want to see how they fit into it and how we can bring new people in. Hopefully they are more grounded like our main cast and aren't just sort of like, here is Bob 1 and here is Joseph 2 and here's whoever.
Is there any chance, Osley, our editor, who is being the lovely man who is letting us watch this footage, is there any way that we can skip back and take a look at a few of the environments, just to see if there's any sort of like visual clues as to where they might be in the story? Because obviously that's from the... Like, I wonder if they're going to do any flashback scenarios, like, because to include footage of that...
Looks like bits here.
Yeah, they could do some gameplay sections with you still playing and developing that bond that they then go into. Like,
if I were them, I would maybe do what they did with the first one and have the sort of like them arriving at the camp as like the opening sort of like first 20 minutes. Or maybe they're going to go with like a massive impactful thing again. Who knows?
Yeah, there was a bit there where it was, but where something was burning, like a village or something was burning, which is really starting to make it seem like people have come after Ellie, or I mean, the only thing that I'm getting from this is that somehow something has either happened to Ellie that sent her on this warpath, or there are people who have clocked on that Ellie is the cure, basically, and they're after her. and they're just willing to do anything to get hold of her. That's what I'm possibly getting from this. She's definitely on the run, or she's going somewhere.
I'm trying to like figure out. I'm trying to look at her eye because she had a bruise eye at the beginning, and I'm trying to figure out like because in one of the scenes it looked like the bruise was fading. So maybe there's like we could try and place where it happens.
Definitely in like a facility or something there.
Like a mall that had like escalators going up, and there was a turnstile. So maybe like a football stadium, maybe or something like that.
If it's anything like the first game, it's like the first one was out for over a year, and if you see that bit of Joel we just saw,
a little bit. It's just a little bit further than that, and there's a man who's like raising his arms in a minute, and it's like in the rain. I wonder if we've gone past it. There. Look at those guys that are like.
Oh yeah, there's people behind him. I didn't even realise. There's three.
I think that's kind of like. I have one of the backgrounds on my Mac here, and I think it's that might be that group, the religious sort of group that are hunting her down in the night. But I think this is going to be take over like a long period of time, because I was going to say that Joel we just saw, which is one of the screen grabs we've been released. There's a Joel earlier on in this trailer, and he looks a lot more sadder, more saggier in the face, and older. It's almost like full granddad.
Versions.
Because even in the original trailer they released, Ellie looked a lot older than she does in some of these sections here. There's when she's kind of got her hair down, she looks a lot older and more adult, whereas there's other scenes where she actually looks a lot younger, like more like teenage, like maybe like 18, 19. But then there's other areas where she looks even older, about like mid-20s. So God knows how long of a time span we're going over here.
Yeah, that looks brutal. Whatever's going on there, that does not look pleasant. She
has been beaten to a pulp there.
Yeah, like you're saying there, she looks younger than she does in some of the other ones, but then maybe that's not the case. This is the thing. I love the fact that The Last of Us has managed to release quite a fair few images, stills, trailers, gameplay footage and stuff like that, and we still don't know what's going on. And I think it's that level of uncertainty that's actually playing into its marketing spin. I really feel like the recent leaks and stuff like that have completely obliterated some of the good work that it was laying down. And I haven't looked into it. I definitely will avoid the leaks because I really do want to experience this game afresh. But to me, I can't see that this game is going to be anything less than as exceptional as the first game was. Yeah. So I'm really excited, to be honest.
Yes, definitely.
And Neil Druckmann's promised something big, so I want to see where this goes, because I don't know if it's just going to be, even though it's not a simple, but like a standard simple story of like two people surviving in this post-apocalypse. If there's some sort of like major twist or something like that, I'm preparing myself for it, but I want to see how the world has changed again also over like maybe another 10 years or so. We'll see.
I think, like you said, it's the uncertainty of it which is actually making me excited for this, because I think when they show you too much, it's very easy to then have all of that spoiled for you. But because they're showing you so little, that's what I think makes this really promising, is because it's not giving you too much. So hopefully when we do come to play it, a lot of it should be new and it should be a surprise. Yes, I'm very excited. This looks
also I'm glad that we've seen enough of Joel to prove that he's not some just stupid ghost. If he's
that's what a lot of us thought.
I don't know.
That might be the big thing everyone's upset about. Exactly, but I don't know. We'll wait and see, I guess.
He's actually a puppet. He just pops up and he's like, hello, you should behave yourself. But when this drops, you will have, if you are watching this with us right now, you would not have to worry at all, because we are going to explode every secret, every facet of this game when it goes, because us and the rest of the WhatCulture crew are very, very excited for this. But until that release date that seems so far away, even further now, even now I know that it's been pushed up, I am so excited. We'll keep you posted about all of that. But as always, I've been Jules. This has been Kirsten and Ben Roy. Say bye, guys. If you want to plug your Twitters as well, why not?
At Kirsten Ria with 2 A's for me.
And Ben Roy.
Ben Roy Turner. We've only got 40-ish days to go.
I know, and we'll start counting down.
Countdown starts
now. But thank you so much for watching, guys. You've been awesome. Never forget that. And we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.